How do you balance your work and your life?
Not very well. It takes a lot of effort and getting the fine line between being organised enough to achieve everything you want to achieve versus being flexible enough so that when stuff happens, you can cope with that and go to plan B.
So are you the good girl making the long lists in the morning and then you tick off in the evening? Tick, 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 tick.
I don't get as organised as a list, but I certainly know what I want to try and achieve during the day. Usually there's quite a few interruptions which make it challenging and frustrating as the day goes on, but having a clear idea of what it is you need to do today and organise that the night before so that you don't have to think about it in the morning. So that seems to be quite a good trick I've learnt. So if you work out the night before exactly what you need to do the next day, then you can go to bed resting easy that you've thought it all out and you've worked out what you need to do, and you can get up in the morning and just go for it, rather than waking up in the morning and realising that you've forgotten to do this or do that and you haven't organised something or teed somebody up that you needed to. So that helps.
I will try that trick. It might change things around. What I'm very curious about is to hear about, because you are actually running two businesses. You're running a very successful accounting practice together with your partners, of course, but on the weekends you have a very special hobby. Tell me.
My husband and I have a 600-acre property halfway between Braidwood and Cooma, so it's about an hour and a half from home, but we don't commute because it's too far, but we drive out on Friday nights and come back on Sunday night, and I find it very therapeutic. Other people might go to the gym on the weekends, but I'll go out and build a fence or something like that, or other people go for a bushwalk, but I'm actually chasing cows around a paddock or trying to move them from one paddock to another. And the fresh air and the blue sky, it's a nice break from work. So
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Do you have any staff working out there?
No, we're lucky. Cows are relatively self-sufficient, so we just make sure they've got a good watering system, good fences, and they pretty much stay in the paddock all week, and then we go on the weekend and we move them onto the next paddock. So we do have a guy in town that can come out and help us if necessary, but we've had the farm a few years now, so we're pretty much getting the hang of it, but he's still available if in case of emergency.
So you have about 80, 90 cows, or?
Yes, 80 or 90 Black Angus cows, beef cattle.
Beef cows.
No milking required.
So what is the passion about that? Why did you start that? A farm? Are you a country girl?
I'm not a country girl, but definitely an outside-y, slightly more active person. And my husband's family were... he was a vet research scientist on the Elizabeth MacArthur Agricultural Institute property for the DPI, and so Greg grew up on that property, helping his dad do vet kind of stuff on the cows there, so he knows all about them. And his dad actually lives 10 minutes down the road, so we spent 10 years doing working bees down there before we finally found a property in the same area.